think that I just come in there and look for knockouts, and that's not the case. You know, I'm actually a sharp, smart fighter.
So, well, I'm here. Who want to fight with me?
I really don't care who's in front of me. I don't feel like no fighter can beat me.
My goal is to demolish everybody, to be honest. Everybody that's in my way. The pinnacle to any weight division is to have all the belts, all of the titles.
Welcome to Body Work. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Body Work Boxing. It feels so good to be back. Not only is it me, but I got my man Pop in the building with me, man. And it's a pleasure to have this dude, man. We just be kicking it, talking that boxing, man. But yesterday I just did a little intro. And today, I want to go ahead and get a little bit more in depth with the rankings and the outlook and get more Pop's perspective. You know, he didn't get a chance to chime in yesterday. What's good, Pop?
What's going on, man? Salute.
Salute.
That ranking is crazy, bro. I really don't know.
Yeah, I want to get into it. I'm going to pull up something here. Let me see. Let's go ahead and look at it. And I'm going to do right by him. I don't know if I did right by him yesterday. But these are the 135. These are the assassins. You know, we went over the champs. I didn't even change that yet, but that's supposed to be WBO. I could change that while we doing this. I could get that fixed. But those are the champs, and these are the assassins. So I want to focus more on the assassins. And we can get into the champs too. I'm gonna get into depth about the champs too. But let me give William Zepeda his respect. You know, because I don't know. I'm very critical of how I, go over some things about these boxers, and it may seem as though I don't like him. I like what he has. I like what he brings to the table. I think that he's very active. He's down with Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia is like, he's probably like number 3 or number 4. And every now and again, he, as far as one of my favorite coaches, man, I Bam Rodriguez, I like Virgil. He got this new guy, man. He got a young boy, man, that's so nasty, man. I'm like, oh my goodness, man. But with Zepeda, high work rate. He will put it on you. He can take a licking and keep on ticking. I have some of the same concerns for him that I have with my man Subriel Matias, in which, if you're gonna have a long boxing lifestyle, a long boxing career, you gotta figure out a way to not get hit, because as level competition comes up, they're gonna be a little bit more sharper, a little more crispier, and a little bit more sound in their technique. And when you a high volume puncher, and he's fairly accurate, he throws a lot. I don't think he's as accurate as he could be. But when you have those kind of holes, man, it's gonna be curtains. So it's not that I'm not high on William Zepeda. I am high on him. I just foresee that he got some mechanics he need to clean up, but he is an assassin. He is an assassin. Just like Morataya. I had him in the mix. I don't know why he ain't make it on the thumbnail, but he was in the mix too, Morataya. But his picture's supposed to be up there as well. But would you chime in on William Zepeda, and we can get it? I got the rankings in the background. I'm gonna pull them up, but chime in on William Zepeda, Pop.
Doesn't he come from his family? Doesn't all his family fight?
Mm-hmm.
Which one is he? Because I try not to get him mixed up.
That's the 35 guy. That's the guy that fought JoJo Diaz.
Yeah, but like, is he like the younger brother?
Oh, I don't follow his brothers. I know he's in a boxing family, but I don't
Yeah.
follow his brothers.
He's in a boxing family, and I'm not mistaken. He's the better one. But here's the thing: I'm anxious to see Williams Zepeda fight because I'm tired of everybody acting like he's a nobody. There's no way he's a nobody. I'm looking at him, and he's ranked across the board. He's not a nobody. Maybe he's just with the section of like the promotional companies. He's with DAZN.
Yeah, he fight with DAZN.
Oh, okay, that's why. You know, because the picture was painted that DAZN didn't really have no fighters, but lo and behold, Williams Zepeda name is up here. Everybody wanted to fight him. So, and who's he fighting for the belt? Navarrete?
No, he's running up. He's in line. He could fight. He could fight Tank. He could fight Shakur. He was waiting for the winner of Lomachenko and Kambosos. I think he was eligible for that. And then we got the Navarrete and Baranchek. But I'm gonna show it. I just wanted, because I didn't give him his props yesterday. I think I kind of grazed over him a little bit, but let me go ahead and present the rankings so we can get into it. Let's see.
He could be a champion level fighter, but the way people talk about him, it's like he could fight one of the guys that we think, and it'll be a good fight. Like, what if he beats one of them? What if he beats a Shakur or a Loma?
Yeah, that'll be something.
You know?
But this is let me make sure. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so we can see. And let me go back here.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that right now.
So I wanted to go here first because we gotta be clear here. These are the official rankings according to Boxing Scene, and it says WBA rankings, they were updated on May 1st. The WBC rankings was updated on May 9th. IBF rankings, they weren't updated since April 16th. And the WBO, they weren't updated since April the 12th. So we're over a month on two of them. And I'm like, this is why people be saying and complaining, because it's like when you're getting all that bread, man, it's like, shoot, I mean, somebody need to be, hey, holler at me. I could get them things. Let me, you know what I'm saying? I could keep them things updated and posted, shameless plug. But I wanted to go to the top so we could see that they're not really up to date. Well, the May 1st and the May 9th, even with Kambosos and Loma just haven't fought. So, we got to consider that. So
yeah, they still showing it blank. They ain't updated it yet.
So let's see.
Still blank. And that was crazy too. I'm looking at it. They skipped Zepeda unless he had a fight, and then that fight came up and they put the belt up, but they skipped Zepeda.
No, he had a fight.
Okay.
He had a fight. His last fight, when he won that fight against we can look at it. It's gonna be on the other one, but it's gonna be on the other slide, on the other screen share. But right here, the WBC, see, he can be next in line for Shakur, he could be next in line for Tank. The IBF, he's next in line for that, and so them two are gonna go above him. So that means Keyshawn, Raymond Mortaya, Baranchek, Frank Martin, Azar Abdullayev, all of these guys are going to move up. This is over here with this WBO is where Baranchek and Navarrete is going to fight, and Williams Zepeda is right there. So he's next in line across the board. So behind him, for Shakur belt is Raymond Mortaya. That's why I thought that fight was way better. But look at what we have. We have him fighting the number 6 guy coming off of a loss, which is, I don't understand the move, but I would have took, unless it was best laid plans, you know. They knew something that we didn't know, but that's one of them things like Devin Haney, because if you recall, Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia, who was ranked. Ryan Garcia was ranked lower than Barbosa at number 6. So here we have, he could have fought Raymond Morataya, and that's what Morataya actually wanted. And you know, he not gonna fight Keyshawn because that's his boy. He could have rematched De Los Santos. You got Zoro Abdullah. He could have fought him, but he chose Artem Haratunian. And then we got Andy Cruz right below, but we know why Andy Cruz, because he's over there with the zone. And again, William Zepeda is a golden boy, so Oscar managed him. So you got to consider Jaime Munguia when you think about how Oscar manages some of his people. He treats them like ostrich eggs, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's heavily protective of them. But yeah, that's what Zepeda is. So I didn't give him his just due yesterday, but there's where he's at. He's up there. Like, so across the board, he's been putting in work. He's been active.
Yo, you know what? I'm looking at down there, and he got robbed in the fight. Gustavo Lemos. Gustavo made me a fan of him. He can fight.
Yeah.
So I'd rather him fought Gustavo than the Artem dude.
But it's crazy because, see, Gustavo, he fought, that was at 140. This is 135. So I don't even know why his name is there. Gustavo Lemos is at 140. This is the 135 division. So, you know, some of these guys, they can go
back and forth. Yeah.
They go, but let's look at these other ones, see, because this is what, and it's important. Some of these guys, let me go over some of these guys. Now, we mentioned, we know who Zara Abdullah is. He got a history with Devin. We know who Cabrera is. Cabrera, he was fighting at 140 as well. Some of these guys mixed. We know who Maxie Hughes is, but these are the names. Just like that Claggett dude, I was saying at 40, I was saying we got to get to know these names, but just for putting stakes in the ground, Sam Noakas, Claudio O'Donnell, Francisco Pantera. We know who Ricardo Nunez is. That's Tank had him. But this guy right here, for this guy to be even, let's see, on this in the WBA rankings, we gotta look at this. Chan Thompson. I gotta get familiar. This is homework for me. So when I do the playback and I look these guys up, I'm gonna be able to talk about them and get a jump start on these guys. You know, so I know, because they're not in these rankings for a reason. It takes something to get up in these rankings. You can't just pop in here. Either it's gonna be some cheese, or you're gonna do some groundwork. You're gonna work your way through. But Chan Thompson, Fradamel Maikayo, Gary Cully, Miguel Medueno, even though he got a fight coming up and he's kind of familiar. Lucas Body. Nicholas Walters just came back.
Yeah, he earned it.
And I'm hearing another name too, man. I'm not sure what division, but I'll get into that. But over here in the IBF, only names we really not familiar. Juan Javier Carrasco, he sound familiar. Lucas Body, he was number 15 in the other ranking. So this guy's in multiple rankings. So we're gonna be seeing these guys. It'd be good to get do the homework on them. Mark Chamberlain, Angel Fierro, that name been popping up all over the place. We know who Andy Cruz is. And lastly, before we look at these other rankings, Dennis Baranchak, that's the guy that's fighting for the belt, and he's fighting Navarrete. There we see that Angel Fierro, he's very high up there. We're gonna see his name very soon. I think Miguel Medueno, he's fighting somebody. He's fighting somebody soon, either this week, sometime soon. Sheriff Quay, Sam Noakas, they got that name again, Katsuya Yasuda. Gotta see who he is. Jose Matias Romero. We know who Nair Albright, his name is starting to ring bells. I think a lot of people are starting to get familiar with him. And there that Mark Chamberlain go, who's 14 over here, number 13 over there. But let me go to this other Go to this other ranking. Let's see.
Well, you have a boxing rec. That's where this shit show you some shit sometimes. I'd have been good if he fought Edward De Los Santos again.
Yeah, I would have liked that. But see, here we go. Lightweight right here, 135. And this was updated on May the 11th. You know, so this is Box Live, a good resource. So they got Lomachenko at number 1. They got Tank at number 2. Zepeda number 3. They got him over the champ. That's crazy. 3. Yeah. That's crazy. 3 division. That's crazy. Crazy. Frank Martin is right there behind him. So so Shakur Stevenson is sandwiched between William Zepeda and Frank Martin. He's a 3 division champ. Man.
2 dudes that he called out, and both of them said, not right now.
So sometimes these rankings, this is why I be trying to say, man, rankings and how people get in there and all these things, man, we got to consider that. They go at Moritalia right here at number 6. Kambosos, he's number 7. Keyshawn Davis, he's number 8. Baranchek is number 9, and Abdullah is number 10. So
at 10 and 0, they got Keyshawn up there.
So yeah, Keyshawn, you'll see this. Keyshawn is high on a lot of these rankings. So that's Box Live.
As Johnny said, where's Kid Austin? Hey, bro, listen, he got to put in some more work with some credible opponents.
It's the last one right here.
I'm trying. Kid Austin is Floyd Schofield, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he got to put in a little bit more work, bro. And last time I saw him fight, didn't he get a no contest because of the cut?
Because of the grain.
Yeah, like come on, bro.
Yeah, he was in Texas though, so you guys these gun guys gotta know the rules, man, and it's just a youthful. Everybody got a youthful blemish. But look, this is I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna open and then I'm gonna pull this down and we can just talk. This is ESPN's ranking here. They got Vasily Lomachenko as number 1, and this was a day ago, I believe. They got Tank at number 2, Shakur Stevenson number 3, William Zepeda number 4. That seems kind of like more like it right there. They actually seem like they got it. They got it right. Better.
Yeah, they got it right.
They got it right. Frank Martin at number 5, Keyshawn Davis at number 6, Raymond Moritalia at number 7, George Kambosos at number 8, Zora Abdullah at number 9, and Dennis Baranchek at number 10. Which it seems like they got it right all the way across the board. If you ask me, with all things considered, just with how the ranking and how they do it, based on accomplishments, because it was crazy for Shakur to be in the spot where he was when he was there. But yeah, those are the rankings. So those are 3 different resources. This is like when I be doing my little background stuff and I be doing my homework, doing my leg work. These are the kind of things I be doing. I be sitting here scrubbing these lists. I see a name I don't know. I go look at some highlights. I'll see if it's anything special. I figure out who the coaches are and what he got going on, and I'll just do that in my leisure and keep track of what I can. And then as time go on, I go to know a little bit about all these guys, and I just be watching the fights, and that's pretty much how I come about doing my thing when I started breaking them down, and over time I started to know them, their styles, a little bit of the history, you know, might make a little change off of them, you know. But
Man.
yeah, let me see who we got. Cookie Monster, Bodywork, salute Cookie Monster, his twin, salute Bodywork, salute his twin, Irwin Torres, salute. Johnny Allison, where's Kid Austin? Yes, sir. He and his dad called out the business man. Yeah, I would like to see that. I would like to see that fight. And Kid Austin, he's in some rankings. I saw him.
Yeah, he's in there.
He's in there. Let me see. Kid Austin. Oh, he's number 3 in the WBA. Which he barking up the right tree now. He barking up the right tree.
But he calling out dudes from the WBO.
See?
He want Keyshawn and Shakur.
See now this is good right here. See, these be the way. This is kind of some of the ways that I be thinking. That's why I be like, hold on, like somebody be at 35. I be like, but you talking to somebody that's at 40, bro. Like in the champion at 40, but it's like, hold on, like that's how I be. That's why sometimes I'm like, as a fan, we just want our pound of flesh, but at the same time, you be thinking kind of like how I'm thinking. Like, why you know how it worked. That's why I was trying to say yesterday. That's what I was trying to say yesterday about the when I was talking about the plan.
Yes,
the plan when Bob was talking.
What Bob said, because I tried to keep up with some of it, but I was working yesterday and we was getting it in.
Look at this. This is only this is 2 minutes. Watch this. This is 2 minutes long. Let me see. I did this yesterday, so this is why I try not to get frustrated, because it's like, man, people be playing like they be playing silly, like they pick and choose when they want to acknowledge certain things. So look at this real quick. I'm only gonna play 2 minutes of it. And the thumbnails, this back, I used to have to date my thumbnail. This was 8/28 of 2022. And when you look right here, who is this? This is Devin. This is 140.
Yep.
This is Bob. This is Loma. This is Shakur. Stage being set. Loma versus Shakur. 135. This is the stage. Lomachenko versus Shakur, stage being set. Devin Haney, pound for pound, Ring Magazine snub. This is what I was saying on 8/28/2022. I'm gonna let it rock.
You just never know. It might play out where Devin might not even get the chance to fight Lomachenko. He might go up to 40 and end up fighting Tio, and it might just be me and Lomachenko. So you just never know how it's gonna go at the end of the day. I think they're amazing fights. Both of them amazing fighters. And, I'm down with that.
Previously on Bodywork Box.
Yeah, Devin Haney's obligation to do the rematch in October with Gamboza. And after that, if he's successful, then Loma will be fighting hopefully in October. We can look forward to a Loma Haney fight, which will be a massive event.
Absolutely. And just my last few questions around Haney. Some people have been saying one of the big fights that could be made, Floyd said that could be like Devin Haney and Shakur would be tremendously popular. Is that, you think, the biggest fight?
There are a lot of big fights, and thankfully, with fighters that fight for top rank. Shakur against Lomachenko, Shakur against Haney are big fights.
Mm.
So
Mm.
So at that point in time, he was already telling you. So all that whole narrative, that whole time, people saying, "Oh, Devin can do this and Devin can do that." Bob was already saying, "Listen, he's gonna go on and go ahead and fight Cambosis again, and then hopefully he was going to get Loma." So what happened? That's what happened,
That's what happened.
and then he was saying that they all sound like good fights for fighters that fight for top rank. He was
Yeah.
like Shakur against Loma, Shakur against Devin Haney. They're all good fights. So I was pointing out the fact that this is why when he was having a temper tantrum, you got to look at the timeline and when Shakur had the temper tantrum and fake retired. What was going on? What happened? That's when Shakur found out that he was not going to be going to go get that other belt. He was not. It was going to be Navarrete and, you know what I'm saying, old buddy. That's why he was pissed off, because I be trying to tell people that they be having a plan. Even outside of the promotional companies, they have a plan. Like, they know ultimately. We as fans don't know. So we be sounding real silly sometimes, arguing with each other. And it's like right before our very eyes. So all these little tirades and stuff that he's doing, I was pointing out the fact that he was really having a temper tantrum because he realized that Bob pretty much reneged on his plan. Devin Haney did go ahead and he moved up to 140. I was saying this on 8/28/2022. He was going to 140. I was saying it before then, really, when Church said it. He was going to 140. He fought Loma, like Bob said. He fought Cambosis again, like Bob said, and he fought Loma, like Bob said. It kind of got shifted because Haney was actually stalling out on negotiations. He wanted more concessions from Loma. So that was a little bit delayed. But the plan was for Shakur to fight Devin and for Shakur to fight Loma. So when he figured out, oh man, you ain't gonna give me Loma, that's why he pissed off. That's why I be trying to say, man, stop talking all that tank stuff, tank. But if you look at it on Top Rank, it's been best laid plans. That's what all the belts was, and that's how the promotional companies keep everybody within these brackets. So to keep pointing all these fingers saying, oh man, Tank, he could just, it's like, stop it. Bob said for fighters that fight for top rank. That's what I be trying to tell people. It's like, so I be looking at Shakur funny because it's like, hold on, man, you mad and you trying to push this off, but you knew it was because Bob reneged on you. Your blame is with Bob, not with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can talk your smack in this, but you already know.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? You locked in. So let's not make it seem like Tank could have done it, just like with Tank and Loma. Everybody, the whole Tank and Loma, oh, Tank been running, Tank been ducking. No, Bob has had this plan all along. And if you look at who all fought who, it was all them guys on Top Rank. Tank was not going to leave PBC and walk across the street to ESPN for what? He don't even care about the belts. He want to make the bag. But
true,
Bob was busy leveraging all his pieces, like the master chess player that he is, to have those belts. So when you look at it right now in the division, he's going to have control of 3 of the belts, and then you got Tank over here on the island with PBC. So you can't say anything because, yeah, on top, over there on Top Rank, more than likely, you pay your cards right, you fight this guy, you do this, and however they want to move you and progress you, yeah, he's going to give you a shot at the title. Because he did get Shakur, Shakur has a title. He's in his 3rd division. He just didn't do it on Shakur's time, just like with the Valdez thing. He didn't do that. And I think that was more of a benefit of him saying, hold my beer. When Bud left, he was like, hold my beer. And that's when Shakur magically got the Valdez fight. But I be trying to tell people that these promotional companies be having best laid plans. So it's irresponsible of us to be getting ready to cut each other's throat when we already know that the shit we be wanting to happen can't really happen. We just be buying into the bullshit.
When the whole Shakur Devin shit started, it was crazy to me because I asked Bill Haney personally, how many fights does he have? How many fights does his son have at 135? This is after they had beat Cambosis. And he was like, I was like, other than Lomachenko, what other fights do you have 135? He was like, none. This is like right around the time when you doing this. I asked him on another platform. He was like, none. We only stand at 135 for Lomachenko. After that, when all the Shakur shit started, I was like, this is bullshit. The plan's already in play. You fight Lomachenko. Bob thought he would beat you and take all the belts off you, and then you would go to 140. You beat Humble and go to 140. But you went to 140 anyway. If Shakur would just hush, that fight might fall right into his lap. But if you fuck around and cross the side of the street, here's the plan that you're not trying to see what Bob doing, bro. Bob is like, I'm either gonna get Tank Navarrete for Undisputed, you and Tank for Undisputed, or Loma and Tank for Undisputed. But I'm gonna control 3 of the belts. The same way at 147, BBC had controlled all 3 of the belts. So it's like we gonna play chess over here, man. You see the same shit. Like, I don't know why they was on. I mean, Shakur, just you're not gonna get everything you want when you ask for it. But they're gonna work it out for you. I think you should stay at top rank a little bit longer, and then go try and be a free agent. But you personally, me, I don't think you're ready to be out there on your own by yourself. Not a good look.
No, I just think that if I hate to say hide, I mean I can't use if you don't hide behind Bob, that fight can actually happen because Bob pretty much. Now you gotta think that was from August 28th of 2022. We in May of 2024. Bob has said some different things. I don't think he wants to set Loma up, but I think that's more like how he really didn't want Bud to do what he was going to do to Manny. You know, it really wasn't until that fight was just, oh my gosh, the bag is just so right where everybody wins. The only thing is, see, Prime and the way Prime operate, it kind of put a chink in the armor. Why? Because it kind of, as long as they willing to sit down, it kind of eliminates the whole thing about sides of the street. Like Prime is doing that because that's how Anyway and them get down, and ESPN knows. So Bob already know how Prime get down. He already know the inner workings and how it'll work. He just said it'll work really if all of the fights can't be pay-per-view. He said all of them can't be pay-per-view. He said, but it can work. He said this last year. So now Shakur is really in a situation because I got another interview that I was gonna put it out. I probably still will, but it's another little clip that I got from one of these interviews that when they had Bob on there, and Bob was basically saying, look, Shakur got another fight. You know, he can explore his options. You know, if he decide he want to do this or he want to meet, you know, he want to, you know, go here, go there. He was like, man, he always be able to come. So he's giving them. You starting to hear more and more of these guys being able to do that because you got to think they gave Jose Ramirez the same thing. And guess what? When Jose Ramirez went over there to Golden Boy, he hollered at Oscar. I guess he came back with a number, and I guess, you know, could we think of, I mean, we're talking about Jose Ramirez now. This is the guy that he was dodging. He dodged more opportunities at a belt in the last year and a half than most people ever gonna get a chance to even sniff. But he came back to Bob with a number, and I'm guessing they ain't, you know, Bob was like, you know, it's too rich for my blood, you know what I'm saying? Plus, they be knowing the ups. He got all these young killers over there, you know what I'm saying? He food over there. So
Yeah.
I guess they, because, you know, Eddie and them, he needs somebody to fight the champions and all the talent that he got. So he gonna need some bodies, you know what I'm saying, to get it on with. Yeah. So, but I'm bringing this up to illustrate that Bob gave Jose Ramirez the option to go and shop. He was on record saying he would give that same thing to Shakur. So if he if he give that to Shakur, well, he is going to give that to Shakur after this last fight. After his last fight, that's it. You know, unless he redid something. But if he go over there and be like, hey, Tank, if I'm next, because Tank got a fight right around the corner, Shakur got a fight right around the corner. Right after Shakur fight, Tank beat him for it. If he go over, he be like, all right, then what's going on? He go over there and get a number. Let's just say that number ain't big enough or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? He got the option to go at least sit down, and then Bob can be like, all right, cool, let's do this. I'll throw it in this. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But he will have that real option, and ain't really no this prime thing kind of really. That's why I said it's gonna be a lot of people out here looking like them people that just got kicked out the hotel room butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the real reason why we ain't fighting now? It's kind of wide open now.
Shakur can go over there.
But I ain't saying go. He don't necessarily got to go. But I'm just saying they can work. They can even work together. But the bag got to be, because Bob, it's no secret. If that money is big enough, Bob gonna make the fight. The money just ain't. The money got to be right though.
Yeah, it's got to make sense to Bob. And he's not budging on overpaying. So definitely not for no pay-per-view fight. If I was Shakur, I would sit tight. Word, I sit tight.
I would too, because I don't agree with, see, people cause a lot of tension online when they try to make it seem like Shakur just has to go over to PBC. No, he don't.
No,
what he gotta do is have a meeting with them, and they'll figure out how it is, because Bob is actually open to where it ain't gotta be like, oh man, you gonna have to totally detach and do this. Like, no, man, they putting extraness on it. All he gotta sit down with him and see, okay, what would be the game plan? How y'all feel? And then, you know what I'm saying? Because Bob, he ain't getting no younger.
Oh, definitely not.
You see what I'm saying?
Definitely not.
And
to be real, like, Bob's only, like, maybe they run the final everything through Bob and then see if they get the okay. But I doubt he's at every meeting negotiating. He's informed, but I mean, man, 90-something-year-old man, stop it. Bob Arum is like, you staying, you going. You staying, you going. You going? See you later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a bunch of fighters. If you know what I'm saying? If you leave, I'm just start Keyshawn Davis right behind you, and I got Abdullah Mason. If you want to leave, go ahead.
Yeah, salute.
Shakur, you got a belt. It's chess, not checkers, bro. It's not quick. You gotta learn how to play your hand. I don't know what he's doing. I really don't know what he's doing. He's not playing his hand right. Real talk.
Yeah, did you see any of the interview?
Which one?
The one he just did an interview with what was it, Say Cheese?
I seen some of it, but like he's been. I'm tired of him tweeting. I'm tired of him posting. I'm just ready to see him fight. And I'll be real with you. I'm tired of these guys going on the same types of podcasts. Do you broaden your horizons? I think David Benavidez on Fresh and Fit. Ryan Garcia was on there last week. Flew in. That's a different audience. Like, you guys are jumping on Say Cheese and all of that. Like, these guys are doing millions of views. You doing guys that's doing tens of thousands of views. And it's the same audience that you ain't changing up. Like, switch it up, bro. But you can't, because you ain't doing nothing else but what you know. Or like, I don't know, man. Like, Shakur, if to me, if he would just be quiet, stay in the gym, be prepared, and get ready, and know what's about to come for him, Win or lose, he'll be getting ready to get a big fight, but next fighter, man. I'm talking.
All right, I was gonna ask you. I was gonna hit you with a heavy one, man, but we'll go to the next one.
Nah, go ahead.
Now this we could tell off because I wanna touch on Keyshawn. I want to get because I know that's you big on Keyshawn too. So but is it nervous energy? Do it seem like nervous energy from Shakur?
Score's 25-26, right?
Mm-hmm.
These new guys, bro, these new young men, let me tell you no lie. I had like a little run-in with one of these little niggas like last week. And they just not built like they're not built like us. And then I look at shit like right about now is when Shakur should, like, if his dad was still alive and he could talk to him, like he would be telling him, man, what are you doing, man? That's not what grown men do. Like, what are you doing? That's not what blah does. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're doing a little bit too much, man. Like, you're whining, you're complaining. I thought it would be somewhere else. Like after last year, how he talked and how he spoke, and then he had one good performance, and then he had the dub where he still won the belt. I wouldn't be saying nothing until I get in the ring and then knock somebody out. Then I start talking shit. Nervous energy. I don't know. Maybe yeah. I don't know about fighting, but how he's being perceived. So yeah, nervous energy, yeah.
Yeah, he's 26. He's getting ready to be 27.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to be 27 years old. But only reason why I say that is because in the ring, I don't in the ring, man, that's what he been doing. He's gonna take to the ring like a fish do the water when it comes to fighting. But it's something weird, like when you really get ready to start being put up under that big magnifying glass of the limelight, man, it make people do some weird things. Because think about it, people were saying, wasn't we over on your channel talk about Jared Anderson?
Yeah.
And it would be odd for some of the things that's going on when people was thinking you the next big thing. You see what I'm saying? So people start doing some things, and it's like it's not the time. And I'm like, a lot of time when people gotta talk like that, it's like they gotta reassure themselves or something. So it's like you feel like you got to get out and reassure the media, social media, and that's why I say the best thing. It's like as soon as I said, man, he need to stop social media, you come out and do one of the most salacious videos talking some of them. I mean, I'm like, man, you want to. It's almost like they all trying to embrace this bad guy role without really being bad guys. Like if you was in there just being savage, just peeling people's capbacks, you know what I'm saying? Like just doing people bad. You know what I'm saying? Slapping motherfuckers' koofies off, you know what I'm saying? It'd be different. But yeah, I ain't gonna harp on that, man. I like Shakur, man, and I see big things for him, man. I just don't know, man. It just look different, it just looked different to me, this behavior. But Keyshawn, I know that's your guy.
Yeah.
You saying you see him, you said you see that's what you see the future, that's what you see?
Yeah, Keyshawn, yeah, as long as he stay focused, he got the team. Him, a few of them, but yeah, he got the team. I see Bomac in like the same way I see it. Bomac see it. Bomac seen it before me. Bomac at every fight. There's nobody else in there giving him direction but Bomac. Like, you know, Shakur's a little bro, but Keyshawn's the protege. Like we say, like you said it, I said it. You know, Lord of the Rings said it. And a lot of people say it like that I talk to. He looks like Bud at 135, bro. Like there's nothing but greatness. And he like, I know some people be like, well, you know, what's gonna happen when he fight Andy Cruz?
Yeah.
What happen when he fight Andy Cruz? Because now Andy gonna fight him as a grown man. And you're gonna be a little bit older. This ain't the amateurs. Yeah, you spanked them in the amateurs. And you look good in the pros, but that boy young. I'm with Keyshawn, Abdullah, Shushu. You know Jihad. I'm with the youth, and they hungry and they got the teams. Like I seen who trains Jihad. That guy used to beat up Zab Judah before he got injured. Zab Judah was his sparring partner. He wasn't Zab Judah's sparring partner. He was supposed to go where Zab went. I seen that man fist. That man's about 5'6". He got hands that look like bricks. And that's who trains Jihad. So, and like, but yeah, Keyshawn Davis, the pedigree, the family. I like the showmanship. He has the power, speed, the ring IQ, the ring generalship. Yeah, I think the only thing holding him back is he like if he do too well, they're gonna stick him right next to Shakur. I think that's what's holding him back. That's why I'm like, Shakur, why are you still in the division? Get your big ass out of the division. Hurry up and have a couple fights and get out of this division. Because you was the biggest 126 pounder I ever seen before in my life. I couldn't believe they said you was 126 pounds. You look like you could have been at 140 when you was in them fights. That boy had 8 packs, big muscular. I thought he was auditioning for the Expendables. At 126, I thought he was like, they about to put him in the Expendable. You see what?
Yeah, but what's the name of that trainer?
Which one?
The one you said trained you how? With the brick hands?
Joe Harris. Yeah. Joe Harris. Word. Joe a problem. Joe funny as hell too. Word. He funny. Word. I've been to the gym in there. He was in there showing me shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when I went there and I seen they got everybody picture who ever been in that gym. Earl Spence in there, Buddy McGirt used to get busy in there, Jihad, Marley. It's some other guys too. I gotta go back, man. I'm gonna get the footage. It's a lot of guys been through that little small place, you know, and drop sweat and tears and blood in there. And yeah, Joe in there, and he Jihad's father is the head trainer. But yeah, Joe, Joe he the one with the mitts. He taking the beatings and shit like that. You know, yeah. Turn the punches over and all of that. Yeah, Joe's serious. But Jihad Jihad's father is the head trainer. It's you know how it go in boxing, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody to do the dirty work to make sure you get it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna look him up. But
yeah, they respond better to their father. But Joe give them but guys like Joe in this day and age, it'll be hard for any manager and promoter to agree to make him head trainer. Because he's just one of them guys, he one of them old school dudes. Like, people gonna be like, I don't know if you should, you might hurt somebody's feelings in there. They might, look,
Yeah.
man, you get your ass kicked. I don't know what you ain't doing shit. We did in the goddamn track. I don't know what the fuck you doing. If you don't want to listen to me, I'm gonna just go sit down. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Shit like that hurts some of these new guys' feelings. He was yelling at me. So
yeah, I'm gonna check him out.
yeah,
Let me see. Let me get to this. I
like Abdullah too, bro.
Abdullah, but speak on you had skimmed over Andy, man. Andy
Cruz. Okay, Andy Cruz has a great amateur career. He got hundreds of fights, right? As an amateur. Does he have 5 fights as a professional?
I think he. Well, I don't like shooting from the hip, man.
Like he's got a few fights, and the first one, and what? Who? He's over there with Bozy too, right?
Yep.
I know
he
they're
trained
gonna
as far with Boots.
Yeah, I know they're gonna get him right, but like I think like his first. I ain't gonna say first 2. His first fight, he definitely looked like he had to break some of them amateur habits. The second fight, like it seemed like after like the second round, he got into a groove. Like first round, he definitely, I think like 3 fights. So it's like, and if you only had 3 fights, you fought in absolutely nobody. So, and not that I'm not big on Andy Cruz, I just need to see, I need to see, a bigger body of work. Because his amateur career, he's crazy, but
he was 140-9, but he only had 10 KOs. That's crazy.
Yeah, he beat people up. But in the amateurs, it's more on scoring points. So when you come out in the pros, you gotta stop people. And
yeah, he 3-0 with 1 KO right now. And he getting ready to fight Antonio Moran. But yeah, I mean, you think he got to develop more into his pro style?
Definitely. That's why they giving him. And didn't Antonio Moran get knocked out by Devin Haney?
Yeah, he did.
That's when Devin.
Okay, salute body work in chat.
Devin predicted that knockout and threw a mean overhand right on the ropes. That's Moran, right?
Yeah, that he brought down from Mississippi up to Rhode Island and took him about 365 days. I'm like, man, who the hell going to sit there and let you hit there? I'm not going to sit there all that time and let you just slap me with that crazy ass.
Yo,
what the hell that was?
Devin hit him with everything he had. Devin was like, yo, I'm like, yo, and he just looked at it like, no. I was like, oh shit. So I think they about to line him up, and give him, somebody to showcase his talent on, and bro, get him out of here because he's over there on Matchroom in the Zone. They could get him a bunch of fights. 135. Shit. I would love to see him against Floyd Schofield. I'd love to see him against Keyshawn. But it's like he's got 3 fights. So we see Keyshawn got 10 fights and he's high in the rankings. He's high in the rankings at the top 10 lightweight. So nah, you ain't him. Yeah, you got history. Andy Cruz can fight, no doubt, but he definitely gonna have to. I'm trying to be nice. He definitely gonna have to develop more of that pro style because they're gonna keep looking at it as an amateur, and then they're gonna be like, "Why you have so many amateur fights?" And Andy Cruz, 28, 29 years old?
because he got because he was in the Olympics, man. I think that's the big thing. He's 28, man. He 28.
Yeah, see, like you 28. By the time you get to like, let's say 12 plus fights, 12, 15 fights, you be 30. I don't think you're gonna get a name, maybe one in between now and then. And then by the time you run up against somebody else, a Keyshawn, one of them guys, or one of these guys that's moving up, maybe a Shushu or somebody in that division, if you don't move up because you can't stay stagnated, I just want to see him fight. You know what I'm saying? Like he just need more fights. And
yeah, Coke, he in the comment section cooking. He said he's 5'9" amongst the 135-pounder fighters. He definitely has a size advantage.
mm-hmm.
Cruz chin has to be tested. He has good defense and head movement. I was thinking about Boots earlier, and I was like, man, we got to see that chin get tested. Gamboa was a Cuban legend, but once his kid got exposed, those skills went out the window. He said Keyshawn versus Cruz would be a chess battle. Now, I believe that it'll be a chess battle because sometimes people just have your number, man. Sometimes it's just
that's true.
You got, so we got to see because I mean, with that they got so much history to where. Shoot, Cruz, he's starting to sit down. I think he be playing with his food a little bit. I think he got to turn over his punches a little bit more. But I've seen he is a sharp shooter now, and when he get in his groove, he's looking good. I'm wondering how fast they're gonna move him and where these guys gonna land. I think him and Keyshawn, they might miss each other because I got Keyshawn moving up. It looked like Cruz could stay there for a while because he got a slender frame.
He is really
He's 28. He's 28 already. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't going no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think he can stay. So I think he gonna miss Keyshawn by that fact. That's what I think gonna happen with that. I think, and even in the interview, I said Keyshawn and Frank, they're true 140 pounders. And even in the interview I seen with Frank, these guys did an interview with Frank, and it was obviously before he knew that he actually had the Tank fight in the bag. But he was basically saying his last two fights, he was struggling with weight and nutrition and this and that. So I'm like, yeah, it's just a sign that, even Schofield, he definitely ain't gonna be he gonna be moving up, man. He gonna be at.
I be thinking guys be staying in the glory divisions too long. Like, bruh, don't kill yourself. Get out of that division. You should not be there. You shouldn't. You should not be there. Why are you there? You definitely should not be at 135 if it's killing you. Go to 140. Don't wait. And then when you get there, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't wait, man. Do the process like it's supposed to go because you've seen the guys before you. You don't want to turn into like you said, we seen how Maul, Mel, and Earl was supposed to go through the motion. And they didn't do it. They sat at that one division, whatever, trying to wait for a certain fight, and they never got it. So don't wait, man.
Yeah. Let your body, let your body and go up there and cause shoot, if you're gonna be down, like if you're gonna stay down there, you're supposed to be fighting the killers. Like the biggest, baddest name, if you're gonna stay down there like that, you can't be testing yourself out down there and then have to move up and then have to test yourself out 3, 4, 5, 6 times again. It's like, no, get closer, like what Jahad doing. Like what he was doing. I was getting a little nervous. It's like, I know you want to show, you know what I'm saying, that you in the mess hall with your chest out, but you know what I'm saying, you want to avoid punishment. But I like that he moved up, and that's gonna do wonders for him. So as them guys move up into his division, they come into his own. He already gonna have the ups and be giving it to him because he been taking the punches. He been in there.
He took the whole division, bro. Like, because you know, at one point he's supposed to have a 140-pound fight, and then it was just like, I was like, yo, he can't make the weight. He was like, yo, he had a crazy growth spurt. I was like, oh man, like what you talking about crazy? He was like, man, we had 54. I was like, God damn, you missed the whole welterweight division. Like listen, he like, and he's still growing. You know what I'm saying? He could end up at in a few years, like maybe I ain't even say a few years, like a year or two, he could be selling at 160 real quick.
Yeah, and he's like one of the only guys I heard that was like jumping and wailing to go get some work with Boots and sparring. You know, I'm like, it's rare that you hear people say, yeah, I want that work, and just looking to go get it, like wanting it, like
he got
seeking it.
He got some work with Boot. He got some work with Boot.
That's true too, Koki. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold it. But look, this is it right here. Anybody else on here that
Andy Cruz is okay. You look at all these fighters in here, right? Prestige wise, because you're talking about like pure boxing, Andy Cruz is probably the most prestige because of his amateur career and him fighting the Olympics. Professional, Keyshawn. Because there's no way that you have 10 fights and 10, 11 fights and you are ranked top 7. You rank top 10 among all of the lightweights. So you got Abdullah Mason, young phenom, William Cepeda, who I think he needs a showcase fight. Floyd Schofield, still a little raw. He wants to. I see when I seen him fight, he had some nervous energy. Frank Martin. Frank's in very great shape. That's about all I can. He's in very great shape. Like there's nothing special. Like I ain't say nothing special, but like he's a B-level fighter. Like I would love to see him against a Cepeda, a Schofield, Andy Cruz. I think Keyshawn beats him. Me and Lord of the Rings was pushing for that fight, but that ain't happened.
But look, this guy, the grenade, Edwin De Los Santos, I think he is one of the most dangerous fighters at 135, and he's right behind Keyshawn Davis. He's like right behind him.
Who you think gonna fight him? I'm just asking you a question. If anybody on the screen will fight him, who you think will fight? And hold on, De Los Santos is on Top Rank?
Nah, he ain't with Top Rank.
Who's he with?
He was over there with the PBC.
Okay, so I'm PBC. Easiest fight for them to make with him is Frank Martin. Unless they're gonna let him roam the match room, get his Cepeda fight, Cruz fight.
That's what Coach Keith's saying.
You know, or Schofield fight because Oscar's over there and Floyd signed Schofield. They over there signed with the De La Hoya and them, right? They fighting on Netflix. His next fight on the Jake Paul card, and then you got two top ranked fighters up here.
Yep, I got two PBCs. I got two top ranks and 3 DAZNs.
So
match room, shall I say?
yeah,
Golden boy, no, what? 2 golden boys in a match room.
So easiest fight for him to probably get is Frank.
Yeah, I don't know what he gonna do because it was speculation he was gonna see Mr. Gary Russell at 40. I was like, aye, man. That's why this man got some cojones, but I don't know if I don't know what the plan is, man. You know, they've been holding everything close to the vest over there on PBC. We don't even know. Even though I did hear something about Gary, but that's 140.
You said Mr. Gary?
I mean, I'm Gary Antoine.
Gary, De Los Santos is gonna fight him?
I heard it, but that got duffed out because I think Gary Antoine gonna fight Puello.
You know what? There's a few other guys that we used to talk about on the heavy, and then that we don't talk about no more. So if any one of these assassins, like I don't think Frank gonna be there too much longer. I don't think Schofield gonna be there too much longer. Just like I don't think Keyshawn or Abdullah Mason gonna be there too much longer. So we could get what Frank, Schofield, Keyshawn, Abdullah. We could get some of those fights at 140 in the near future.
Yeah, I see a lot of them. I see a lot of this happening at 140, but those are the killers. And to answer Koki, yeah, I think Zepeda get hit too much, man. That's just my opinion, man. I think he get hit too much. And I think them guys that's more surgical at 135 is going to like really put him in park. I see a lot of things, man. Like I see it kind of clear as day, even though that high work rate, you know, because I seen JoJo Diaz wobble this, man. I'm like, man, if this dude can wobble you, man, one of these other guys, maybe not an Andy Cruz, but one of these other guys, like if a Schofield hits you, if a Keyshawn hits you, if Abdullah hits you, if Frank hits you right, if Edwin De Los Santos hits you right, I mean, you're going to sleep. I mean, that's not to take away from, you know, what he brings to the table, but I see the higher echelon guys, you know. But yeah, man, you know, I've been trying to keep the lives short, man, and I know, shoot, we both working people, you know, so we working class. We still got to get it out, you know, we got to get it how we live, you know.
Man, hey, man, you know, it was raining on the East Coast today. Yeah, my oldest. Yeah, and you know I'm a dad, too. I'm the old dad. But yeah, man, we was in the rain today, so but I still wanted to like just get in here and get some real boxing talk in because dudes be like, yo, listen. I ain't feeding no headlines. A lot of times I be wanting to talk real boxing. Real boxing. Like the stuff that you don't think is glamorous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think it's glamorous? Like, not to you. That's why you can't see the little tweaks and the twitches and, yeah, and he not ready. Well, why he ain't ready? Because you don't do stuff like this. You don't want to go look into the ranking. You don't want to critique and then be like, well, who is this guy and why is he here? You want to listen to your favorite content creator tell you who he think is that. That ain't it, man. If you want, like he say, if you want the nitty gritty, man, I'm gonna give it an old. We never done with the 90s. You want the nitty gritty, man. You got it. It's never pretty. Your hands get dirty. You know what I'm saying? You get working hands, baby. The nitty gritty, man. Word. And then you can sit back like the OG and tell them, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Word. But Bro, I appreciate it, man. And you know what it is. Until next time, that body work.
All
You
right,
know what I'm
Pop,
saying?
man. Have a good one, man. Be safe out there.
You too, bro.
All right, man. Yeah, my man. Owen Davies, no drop. Javante K.O. Martin, 9th round. That's my prediction. Okay, we got you in wax, Arnaldo. Bloodshot. Salute, body work was good. Salute, Bloodshot. Yeah, I just wanted to hopefully if you catch this on the playback, we went a little bit over the rankings. I spoke on some names that we got to do our homework on. Cause just like I said, Steve Claggett popped up in the picture at 40 getting ready to fight T.O. and people saying, oh, I didn't know who he was. It was just like back in the day when people said they didn't know who Kambosos was and this and that. But had T.O. had to drop that belt, it was going to be Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Kambosos to fight for that belt when T.O. was talking about dropping the belt and all that before he got his mind right and went ahead and got into that fight. So I dropped some names that we got to do some homework on. We went over the rankings, and I think ESPN probably is the one that actually, surprisingly, ESPN was the one that got it right, but we provided 3 different sources where you can get these rankings: Box Live, ESPN, and Boxing Scene. And we also show how you need to verify when these rankings are updated when you start looking at these things. We also went over how Bob and Loma and Shakur and Devin and how everybody had a plan. So it's really like it would be irresponsible if we go out here pointing all these fingers saying this man's a duck and he could have done this and he could have, when it was a plan all along. Well, I showed the video. You heard Bob's voice. He said, we're fighters that fight for top rank. And Shakur was the common denominator. That's why Shakur was putting that tantrum when he said he was retiring, because if the light bulb don't pop off now, I don't know what's wrong. What we were witnessing was that's when he figured out that he wasn't going to be able to get those belts. That Navarrete, they had plans for Navarrete because he's getting ready to go up and get and go up against Baranchek to try to get this WBO. And Baranchek, man, that's a tough customer, man. I think I might have Baranchek, but you know, we got to consider Navarrete. But that's what we went over today, man. Just another glimpse at all of the assassins at 135. And so people need to get familiar with these people. And like Koki said, Edwin De Los Santos is perhaps the wild card. But he's, you know, he's dangerous. He's very dangerous. Schofield, he's very dangerous. He is must-see TV, like Koki said again. I'm liking what I see in the ring with Keyshawn, Andy Cruz. I'm waiting to see when he start actually rocking and knocking people out. Abdullah Mason, man, the man, bright future. And then also, like said before, we went over the champs. And that WBC is really supposed to be a WBO. I just ain't changed out the thumbnail, even though I did change it on the cover of that video I did yesterday. Those are the champs. Those are the resources. This was that real deal Holyfield boxing talk. This is that fruits and veggies, not that Reggie. This is fact-based content, not that opinion-based, man. We not gonna buy into the circuses. We didn't even get a lesson on bread circuses today, but we are not going to buy into it. You know, ID gaff about the circus anymore, man. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and not in a good way. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who came through and graced the channel. Salute the Pop, man. I go over there to his channel, subscribe to his channel too. And I go over there and kick it when I just want to get away from doing content. I just want to talk boxing, real boxing talk. Sometimes we get into a little bit of the other stuff, you know, but we still talk that real boxing talk over there. So salute to everybody who came out. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for liking the videos. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for watching the playbacks. Thanks for just chiming in with me. You know, talk to me. I'm going to talk back. You know, I be talking to my subs that we be going over some things, and that's how I know when it's time to really, really do a live, so I can really talk to my folks. Otherwise, I started balancing me doing my regular videos with me going live and when I'm going live, and I'm gonna try to be more responsible and condense the lives down so they'll be easier to listen to in the playback. I'm open for feedback. You see here, I'm open for correction. I'm not always right. I don't have a God complex. I just like talking that boxing, man. Me and boxing is in an abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying? I think we both hit each other in the head sometimes. But, you know, if you're a hardcore, I think you can get something of value out of this channel. You know, can't say thanks enough, man. I think we hit like 175,000 views with like 1,200 subscribers. You'll probably see that in the community tab either tonight or tomorrow or something. But we hit that achievement on what, the 14th? And I kind of take pride in it, man, because I pretty much did it all alone, man. Everything I did on this channel, I did it by myself, man. And I didn't have to do anything crazy to get here or do whatever, even though it's still small, but I try to do it the right way, man. So hopefully, you know, if you like the content, if you don't like the content, holler at me. Let me know where I went wrong. Let me know what I could do better. Let me know if you got a bone to pick. But be careful, because we do that body work. You feel me? Anyways, thanks for choosing Bodywork Boxing. But we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga, right? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome to